Shri Mataji, everyone. Let's put our hands together, humbly bowing down at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. Mother, please accept our humble surrender. Mother, please be victorious on the battlefield of my brain. Please be the controller of my brain. Please be the ruler of my brain. Mother, please help me transcend the brain and its illusions to achieve the state of complete thoughtless awareness, to achieve my liberation. Let's raise our Kundalinis, put ourselves in a bandhan and settle into meditation.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हार धवला या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्मच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष ज्ञाड्यापहा लक्ष्मी कौस्तुभ पारिजातकसुरा धन्वन्तरिश्चन्द्रमा गावः कामदुधा सुरेश्वरं गजो रम्भादिदेवाङ्गना अश्वः सप्तमुखो विषं हरिधनु शङ्खोऽमृतं चाम्बुधे रत्नानिह चतुर्दश प्रतिदिनं कुर्यात् सदा मङ्गलम्। गंगा सिंधु सरस्वती च यमुना गोदावरी नर्मदा कावेरी शरयू महेन्द्रतनया चरमणवती वेदिका क्षिप्रा वेद्रवती महासुरनदी ख्याता गण्डकी पूर्णा पूर्णजलैः समुद्रसहिताः कुर्वन्तु मे मङ्गलम् कुर्वन्तु मे मङ्गलम् कुर्वन्तु मे मङ्गलम्।
সকল গতির মা
So today is day 5, which is Lalita Panchami, the 5th day of the playful god.
Ya
It's also the aspect of Durga, Shri Durga, that is worshipped today is Shri Skandamata, the mother of Shri Kartikeya. It's also related with the Vishuddhi chakra as the sheath of heart and mind, the Manomaya Kosha. So today we Shri Skandamata, the mother of Kartikeya, therefore representing motherhood and compassion. So in a way, we are doubly blessed because we're bowing before the goddess and Shri Kartikeya, who is seated in her lap. So the story goes that the demon Tarkasura, who had overrun the heaven of the devas, the gods, had a boon that he could only be killed by the son of Lord Shiva, who at that time was unmarried. So the devas conspired to marry him to Sri Parvati. The 6-headed boy Kartikeya or Skanda was duly born, who then led the gods, the army of the gods, and destroyed Tarkasura. So goddess Skandamata, who is the mother of Skanda, Kartikeya, teaches us benevolence and empathy. Her power lies in the strength of a mother's love. She blesses her devotees wholeheartedly, showering them with affection, comparable to the maternal love she shows her son. So she rides on a lion, wears yellow clothes, has 4 arms, and holds her son Skanda in one of her arms. She carries a lotus and a water pot in her hands. So as we worship her today, it helps purify the heart and gives liberation from material attachments. And it is also pleasing to Sri Kartikeya, who leads all the divine forces against evildoers. So our prayers again and again to destroy the 6 enemies of our soul and all the hindrances within us that are in the path of our ascent. That's what we pray. So let's listen to the chapter 8 of Devi Mahatmya.
Devi Mahatmyam, The Glory of the Goddess, by Sage Markandeya. Translated by Lyndall Verco. Read by Tim Bruce. Chapter 8. The Rishi said, after the Daitya Chanda was slain and Munda was felled, and so many battalions destroyed, then the demon king, the mighty Shumba, his mind overcome with anger, commanded the marshalling of his entire army of demons.
Let the 86 companies of troops march forth with weapons at the ready, and the 84 Kambus march with their elephant forces. Let the 50 bravest Asura clans go forth. Let the 100 families of Dormers go forth at my command. Let the Kalakas, the Dalridas, the Mauryas, and the Kalakayas march out at my order, equipped for battle.
After issuing orders, the ferocious demon king Shumba marched out with his thousands of forces. Then Chandika saw that terrible army advance. She twanged her bowstring. The sound vibrated all the space between earth and heaven. Then, O king, the lion gave a mighty roar, and Ambika magnified those roars by clanging her bell. Kali opened wide her terrible mouth and filled the quarters with the sound, hum. She overwhelmed the noises of the bowstring, the lion, and the bell. The angry demon army heard that tremendous sound from all directions. They encircled those goddesses, Chandika and Kali and the lion. O king, then the Shaktis of all the gods, of Indra, Brahma, Isha, Vishnu, and Kartikeya, all came out in their true forms to join the goddess Chandika in destroying the enemies of the gods. They came with the same weapons and vehicles as the gods from whom they had emerged. Brahma's Shakti, called Brahmani, came in her chariot drawn by swans. She carries a rosary and a water pot. Maheshwari came riding an ox, holding her trident. She wears bracelets of great serpents, and a crescent moon adorns her forehead. Ambika Kaumari rides on a peacock. She carries a spear to slay demons. Vaishnavi rides on Garuda. She carries her conch, discus, mace, bow, and sword. Sri Hari's Shakti advanced in the form of a boar. She is Varahi. Likewise, Narasimhi came in lion form like Narasimha, scattering constellations of stars with a toss of her mane. Then the 1,000-eyed Indrani came, seated on the king of elephants, wielding her thunderbolt weapon. Then Lord Shiva, surrounded by all these Shaktis, requested Chandika to slay the demons to please him. O Chandika, delight me by slaying these demons at once. Immediately, the energy of Chandika emerged from her body in the form of a ferocious, very powerful Shakti, making a noise like 100 jackals. This invincible goddess, Aparajita, said to Shiva of the dark matted locks, "Go, my lord, as my ambassador to Shumba and Nishumba. Tell these 2 excessively proud demons, and all the others assembled for war, that they must restore Indra as sovereign of the 3 worlds, so that the gods may again eat the fruit of sacrificial offerings. Say to them, if you wish to continue living, you must go back to hell. But if you are still arrogant about your strength, and you still want to fight, then come on. Let my jackals feast their fill on your flesh." As she appointed Lord Shiva himself as messenger, she became known as Shivaduti after that. The demons were so furious when Lord Shiva, the Lord of Destruction, told them her message that they at once marched to where Katyayani stood. Enraged, they showered volleys of arrows, javelins, and other weapons on the goddess. She raised her huge bow and easily cut through their missiles of arrows, spears, darts, and axes. Then Kali, roaming in the forefront of the battle, tore them with her pike, and crushed with her skull-topped staff as she stalked about. Brahmani sprinkled water from her kamandalu and drained the enemy's vigor. Maheshwari slew those Daityas with her trident, Vaishnavi with her discus, Kaumari with her javelin. Aindri hurled her thunderbolt down on them, tearing Daityas and Danavas to pieces. They fell to earth in hundreds, pouring streams of blood. The boar-headed goddess Varahi shattered the enemy with blows of her snout. She wounded many, tearing their breast with her tusks. Other asuras were felled by her discus. Narasimhi, the lion-headed goddess, roamed through the battle, filling the sky with her roars. She tore the asuras with her claws and devoured them. Many asuras, dazed by the fierce, loud laughter of Shivaduti, fell down and were eaten by her. The combined power of the angry mothers was so terrible to behold that the demon army fled in disorder. Then the great and furious Raktabija, seeing the rout of his troops, strode into battle. Whenever a drop of his blood fell, another demon exactly like him appeared on the earth. With his mace he fought against the Shakti of Indra, while Aindri fought him with her thunderbolt. Hit by the thunderbolt, his blood gushed out. Immediately, fresh combatants just like him sprang up beside him. However many drops of blood that fell, so many persons of his strength and courage came into being. These ferocious warriors hurled dreadful weapons at the mothers. Again and again the thunderbolt struck his head, and the blood that flowed brought forth thousands of Raktabijas. Vaishnavi struck with her discus, and Aindri beat him with her mace. Each cut of Vaishnavi's discus produced thousands of great demons. The world became full of them. Kaumari struck with her spear, Varahi with her sword, Maheshwari with her trident. And that great demon Raktabija, full of anger, struck each of the mothers with his club. But the streams of blood pouring from him, where he was hit by the spears, swords, and clubs, only brought countless hundreds more like him into being. The whole world became covered in demons. The gods all were terrified. Chandika laughed to see this and said, "Quick, Kali, open your mouth wide and catch the blood and the demons coming from this great Asura. Roam the battlefield and devour these fresh demons. When his blood drains, he will meet his doom. As you quickly eat these, the anger will be gone, and no more demons will be born." Then Chandika struck him with her pike. Kali caught his blood in her mouth. He struck Chandika with his club, but it caused her no pain. Blood flowed from his many wounds, and Kali caught it all in her mouth. She also devoured the Asuras who sprang from that blood. The goddess hit him with all her weapons, dart, thunderbolt, arrows, sword, and spears, and Chamunda drank all the blood. And so it was, O king, that finally he fell on the earth, stricken by a multitude of weapons, and bloodless. Then the gods were filled with joy, and the mothers, filled with blood, danced ecstatically.
Today is the 8th day of Navaratri, and it's a great day for Sahaja Yogis because it is the most important time period. That is the 7th center we have crossed, and we are on the 8th center.
Today, we have gathered here to do the Devi Puja. This puja was performed many a times, and Devi was requested by the Devas to save them from the tyranny of devilish people. Today I feel the same way, that we are now in the grip of a funny situation, that there are people who are themselves devils, and also mesmerized by them, who are trying to do something which they should never have done. But they don't know that there is a climax of everything. And that point has arrived where all the good people, especially the Sahajogis, should put all their mind to the destruction of these horrible personalities like Mahishasura. In those days, it was very simple because devils came as devils and you could see them that they are devils. And all their behavior proved that they were devils. Why they did it? Why were they cruel? Because so-called human beings as they are not. They are by nature devilish. And they want to do something by which they can destroy human beings and good human beings. It is evident that the time has come for them to be destroyed. In no way I could be against Islam and ever to criticize Muhammad. He was divine, no doubt, and tried to do divine work. But out of that divine work, these stupid people have come up who accept those devilish people. We are amazed to know that in Islam there are 74 groups. They say we follow one religion, but they do not. Out of these, some of them are really evil people. And they call themselves by the name as Devbandi because this is a place in India. And also they are called as Wahhabis. I have been knowing them since long. Because in our household, in my father's household, we had lots of Muslim people working as cooks, as drivers, as other servants. These Wahhabis are very interesting people because they don't believe even in Muhammad Sahib. So if you tell them that Muhammad Sahib has said such and such thing, they say, no, we don't believe in Muhammad Sahib. So, whom do you believe? We believe in Allah. Have you met Allah? Have you seen Him? That you are believing them? But in their whole behavior, it was cruelty which was innately built. Very cruel. And whenever my father saw that, he asked them to get out. Because always had a sinister practices by which they used to treat others. I never knew that it will come up to that stage. And they were from Afghanistan. Can you imagine? mostly. Of course, they tortured other Afghanis also, and wherever they went, they had a speciality that they could be very cruel. Not all Afghanis, no, not at all. But some of them. And they came to India from Afghanistan, and we have different types of Afghanis. Some were very loving, kind, helpful, very nice people. And some of them were very cruel. First we didn't understand what is this. But because my father was a scholar and scholar of Islam, he told us these are not Islamic. They call themselves Wahhabis, and they are not Islamic. I can see that today so clearly. Not that in other religions or other groups there are not bad people. But these Wahhabis were secretly working out different groups. There are not many. And that's what my father had told me. One day they will become very explosive. And they might try to completely ruin the world. First I couldn't understand, because after all they looked like human beings only. He told me, they are absolutely camouflaged. And once they start their cruelty, you will not know what to do. We had one invader in our country called as Muhammad Shah Abdali. He was a very, very cruel man, very cruel. And he used to even kill the Muslims, because his concept was that you should not worship Muhammad Sahib. Because Muhammad Sahib said that I am not divine. I also used to say the same, to save from the stupid people. For years I used to say I am not divine. But when they felt my vibrations and all that, they believed. But those who believed in Muhammad Sahib were never understood by these people. Very, very cruel, and because they don't even believe in Muhammad Sahib. You cannot argue with them on any point. You cannot argue with them what is written in the Quran, because you don't believe in Quran, you don't believe in Muhammad Sahib, you believe in Allah. God knows from where do they have connections. But gradually it was surprising that they could mesmerize, as we have horrible gurus who come as gurus and they mesmerize. You have seen them, people being mesmerized. So many are being exposed and so many are going to be exposed. But mostly they were the people who were interested in money, in getting lots of money somehow is in the name of religion. But that time, people didn't see their cruel methods and their cruelties. This cruelty started growing. And you know, we have been to Nizamuddin's Awliya. In that place only I discovered there's a madrasa. Madrasa means a school. And in that school, they used to admit small children. And it was so well planned that God alone know. I mean, I can't say that there were 120 madrasas only in Delhi. Now nobody knew what they are teaching there, what they are mesmerizing, how they are doing this. It so happened once I went to this place, Nizamuddin, and there I found people singing songs and all that. And I found in them real feeling for love. They felt my love very much, all of them. They started coming to Sahaja. But I didn't know there was a madrasa in that place. I asked them, why is it here the vibrations? Nizamuddin was an awliya. And how is it the place doesn't have good vibration? In between I used to get very bad vibrations. So they told me whether there is a madrasa. Now look at the evil, how it works. Normally evil used to work like this, that it would go and form some groups, some wars, and kill people. There were few people, but they had cruelty as their religion. Whichever way they lived, they were cruel. In those madrasas only, they had people who used to tell them how to be cruel, how to hate. So, education in hatred started. And that education of hatred was very well woven through these madrasas all over the world. Now, as you know, Pakistan and India were always fighting. But this time, Pakistanis realized that if we fight with India in that way, we'll be called as terrorists. So they said no, we'll have no terrorism in our country. But they are the ones, stupidly, this new fellow had sent about 65 scholars, ambassadors, to Afghanistan to study in those madrasas how to become cruel. Can you imagine? To teach hatred. Of course, there are many Muslims who are not. But if you do not respect Muhammad Sahib, and you are supposed to be Muslim, what will come out of you? So all these wrong ideas grew up, and Islam got divided into many groups. It's all right, but to have this kind of a group which is against all humanity was the most dangerous plan. I don't know how many Muslims also knew about it. They spread this madrasa thing all over the world, And people coming out of that institution became very, very cruel people. First cruelty was to the women. Women were treated with such contempt and absolute no respect of any kind was given to them. This itself shows that there was no one to control them. It's not written in Quran. It's not described by Muhammad. He says, God is merciful. He is peace-giving. Whatever he did was absolutely divine, no doubt.
Let's meditate to go beyond this illusion of materialism, our body, our mind. Mother, please destroy all the negativity of hatred, all the subtle negativity against collectivity, or preventing us from being collective. Please establish compassion and generosity within us. It's cleansing our Vishuddhi chakra. Mother, please let your essence of benevolence and empathy be established within me. Please purify my heart and liberate me from material attachments. Mother, please accept my surrender at your lotus feet. न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न ताता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव कतिस्त्वं कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि कतिस्त्वं कतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवद्भावपारे महादुःखभीरु पपाथा प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि Let's put our hands together and thank Shri Mataji for the opportunity of this morning's collective meditation. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for giving us our realization, for protecting us in our journey to achieve liberation. Let's raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan.